Hey, gang looking rigorous. My champagne, but I'm rigorous. My campaign looking rigorous. Whole team hella rigorous. Lifestyle so rigorous. Hairstyle so rigorous. Your top 5 ain't rigorous. If you left out this rigorous. Rigorous. Me and my niggas is rigorous.
It is another sit down with me only. Because I think the last 2 sit downs you guys had with Lolo, Nota, and then the other one was both the kids and Uta. Let me close this window because so now it is a sit down with just more. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I tell the story like better than what it is in my head, because in my head it's all mush, like it's, yeah. I wanted to tell you guys about my birth. It was hectic, so I'm gonna do a birth story time while I do my makeup. In my past 2 pregnancies, I had never experienced being in labor 2-3 days before actually being in active labor. So on Monday of that week that I gave birth, I was already in labor. I had pains. Sibu and I literally ran to that birthing center that I gave birth at. We ran. We did not walk, and it was at night. We ran there, and they told me that it is Braxton Hicks. It is pre-labor, although I am like, I think I was 1 centimeter, 1 to 2 centimeters, she said, 1 to 2 centimeters dilated. So I was in labor, but it wasn't active labor, obviously. So we had to go back home. That continued for like a good 2 days, because I remember they kept coming and going, the pains, they kept coming and going, and it was at night. That was my other thing. Like I'll be fine the whole day, and then at night, suddenly, I will be in pain, you know, and we can't keep rushing to the hospital and back all the time. I don't know if this is making air on the fan, on the mic. And then it came, I think it was Thursday that week. I think I was really in labor then. We went in during the day. It wasn't even at night this time around. We went in during the day, and I was 2 centimeters dilated, like a full 2. Because remember they said 1 to 2, but like it was a full 2 when I went in on Thursday. And they said that we might as well admit you, and then we will see how things go. So we got admitted, and we got a room at around 4 o'clock. And yeah, that's when things started. I'm looking for my makeup. I don't know if you call it a spatula or what, but I'm looking for this. I use it to put the foundation. What's going on, babe? Huh? Sorry, my baby was crying. I can't ignore it. She's getting changed. They hooked me into that, is it an NST machine? They hooked me like onto the NST machine. That machine with the belts, that one, those belts. When you're in active labor, oh my God. They hooked me in that machine, and that machine tells the contractions, and it tells the baby's heart rate, heartbeat, whatever you want to call it. And then this was around 4. I got hooked in. I wasn't feeling anything at the time. Like there was no pain on my side, like literally, even though like on the machine you could see I'm having a contraction or contractions, but you couldn't, like I couldn't feel it at all. and that was too good. Do you see that shade match? Amazing. That was very nice for me, obviously. And then at around 4:45, Sibu and I ordered some food. There's a restaurant where I gave birth, literally on the same level, where you can order food. Oh, the food was too good. It was so good. It was so good. But I do regret eating that much. I will tell you at a later stage why. So yes, we eat. It's nice, very nice. We eat. We had cranberry juice. We're cheersing twice. You know, kumnandi ingachasimithanga. So at around, so we eat, and then the midwife comes in. She does a membrane sweep after we eat. That thing is so babe. You wanted it, babe. Look, sorry, it feels like I'm talking to my husband. That membrane sweep, like, it's so painful. She goes in, right, and then she does this inside your cervix. Oh my god. Oh my god. I never had that with Lolo and Umahle. And so, you know, I realized that so many things that are done in private are not done in public. Public, they just do whatever. It feels like this foundation is orange. I don't know if you guys can see. It feels orange. But we'll tone it down. Trust the process. We eat, the midwife comes in, she says, okay, we're predicting now when I am going to be giving birth, right? So I said I would be giving birth around 4 a.m. The midwife said, Mr. said I'd be giving birth around 2. Sibu said around 8 a.m. I said, not a chance in hell am I giving birth at 8 a.m. The next day, when we got here at 4 p.m., but obviously it's not up to me, you know, it's up to the baby. It was up to the baby, and it was up to like how far she feels like coming, you know. Yeah. And then we chill. I'm still contracting, you know. She comes in, she sees if I am dilated or not, you know, the usual. And then I think she gave me a ball around 8 o'clock at night. We even took a nap, I think, before that. And then around 8 o'clock, she came in with the ball for me to bounce. I started bouncing. I bounced. I started bouncing. She showed me how to bounce, but apparently I wasn't doing it properly. Because I was supposed to go in. I was doing this. I was supposed to do this. Like, I was supposed to properly bounce. But it's not comfortable, you know, especially if you have a big stomach and all of that. So I think for my situation, I did well. I bounced. She said I must bounce for like 30 minutes. I did that. Oh, this brush is so nice. I never tried this brush with this contour, but it's so nice and soft. I bounced for like 30 minutes. Bounced for 30 minutes. It was okay. It was cool. And then after that, I did the walking, you know, walking around. After the walking around, went back to bouncing again. Oh, this is so good. Went back to bouncing again. Bounce. And I think the second time around, I did like proper bouncing. I could feel contractions. This is now at around 10 o'clock, you know, at night. I could like feel the contractions. Like, they weren't prominent, like they weren't a lot. They didn't overwhelm me, but I could definitely feel like there's something coming. Something is coming. And it was a relief actually, because I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere. And I always felt like from 0 to, well, not 0, from 1 to 5 centimeters, it's like very slow. Like you dilate very slowly. And then from 6 upwards, then all of a sudden it's rush. So when I could feel the contractions, I was happy because it meant that I'm progressing. Like the dilation is progressing. My neck is still dark from being pregnant, but it doesn't stop me from doing my makeup. My water broke at around 11. Water broke. I was on the bed and I was still in so much pain. I think they put that NST machine back on me, and that's when I started feeling uncomfortable, because la machine, hate it so much. I hate that machine so much, my word. But yeah, it did what it had to do, I guess. At around midnight, so my water breaks around 11, and then around midnight we went to go walk on the stairs. Like where I gave birth, there's like I think 3 or 2 stories. There's a lot of stairs. It felt like a lot of stairs to me. I was pregnant, and I was already feeling the pain. I felt the pain. I walked up and down, and when I'm walking down, so you skip, so we were walking like this. From the first one, you skip the second one and you go to the third one, and then you keep doing that, and it really felt like it's opening my cervix. I get why we did that, but it was sore. It was very sore. I couldn't find my Maybelline concealer that I always use, so I'm gonna use the She Glam concealer palette. It has like a lot of different shades, so I'm gonna go in with this one. That's like the natural one that's closest to the Maybelline. We go down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs. I think we did that like 3 or 4 times, and then after that this is actually like my perfect shade of concealer. After that we went back into the room. That's when I felt it. I mean, I was feeling it before, but damn, after those stairs, I was feeling it for real. I was almost saw my great-grandmother. And then she advised me to go to the toilet and sit, like just sit. Oh no, before the toilet, she said I must bounce again. I bounced again. And then she said I must go sit on the toilet seat, and while the toilet is open, so that it feels like something wants to come out, like gravity, all of that. Yeah, it was a lot. She said I must sit there, I think, for like 30 minutes. I told Sibu I'm not doing that, because she had left, my midwife left, like she left me and my husband, and I told him I think I was at like 26 minutes. I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I am not. Because remember, I'm sitting there and I keep contracting. Like I keep having contractions. And it was painful. Like it was so painful. It felt like I just wanted to close my legs and be in bed or something, So at 2 a.m. I was in so much pain. She gave me a pain cocktail. What it does is she injects it into you, and then you fall asleep instantly, like this. Literally, I've never felt anything like that. You go to sleep immediately. right? So she gave me that. You go to sleep, but the contractions don't stop and you don't stop feeling them. So this is what happens. You sleep, right? And then every time you have a contraction, you wake up again and then you go back to sleep. It felt like a roller coaster of me going in and out of sleep. Of course, I think Sibu had mentioned to me that after she gave me that, I wasn't screaming as loudly as I was before she gave it to me. So that was a W. That was a big win because I felt like I was doing too much. Understandably so, because I was in labor, you know. So she gave me that at around 2. Yeah, she gave me that at around 2 o'clock. And the cocktail kind of sort of worked, Shem. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of sort of worked. She had mentioned also that when she gives me that cocktail, it also goes to the baby. So the baby's also gonna be in and out of sleep. Well, she's gonna be sleeping, like totally out of it, you know. They'd have to give me and her the same injection afterwards on the thigh just to wake us up. So you can reverse it by using that injection. And so that is what she did. So she gives me that cocktail. I go in and out of sleep. At this time, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm dazed off. Like, I'm just like, I'm not there. Completely not there. Because the pain was too much for me. I think my body, my brain tried to protect me from the pain because lights out. I literally just was lights out. I didn't remember much after that. But Sibu says after they gave me that cocktail, like at around 2:20, ooh, blush blindness. At around 2, they said to him he must start getting the baby stuff ready. 2:20. Remember, they gave it to me at 2. At 20 past, they said, get the baby stuff ready, sir, because we're almost there. Shame to him. Walking around, opening bags. Joga, he was busy. I was out. I was on the bed, out like a light. And then at 3 o'clock, at 2:45 actually, I had been doing that in and out of sleep thing, and then at 4:45 I was 9 centimeters dilated. When she came to check me again, I was 9 centimeters dilated, and then they said push. They said 9 centimeters, right? So I thought it was going to be 9 centimeters. I know I had given birth before. Please don't tell me, okay? I know this. But it always feels brand new with every baby. So I thought that it would be 9 centimeters and then we'd wait a little bit. Like, I'd still have the pains, and then 10 centimeters, and then I didn't know 9 and 10 were going to be that close together, because they said 9 centimeters, and then literally a minute later, like very soon after, they said I should push. When I had Umahle no Lolo, I pushed literally 15 minutes. I remember this because it wasn't long. 15-20 minutes. I remember Ulolo, I started pushing at 2:45, and at 3 a.m. I was done. Same with Umahle. I started pushing at like maybe 20 to 10, but by 10 a.m. I was done. Not with this baby. She said, let me show you something. Let me show you something you did not know. I absolutely love a bright under eye. It's my favorite thing. I always use my hand to do this, and my hands always come out looking like this. Then I started pushing. I pushed from 4 a.m. 4. Do you know how long I pushed? I I pushed for a whole hour. A whole hour. I was pushing out a baby from my hoo-ha. And I think the reason for that delay or for it to be that long was because I'm gonna use this. Actually, let me get a fresh one. Then I'm gonna wait for it a little bit. The reason why I pushed for so long, it was because my pain, the pain when it comes, it was short. Like, you know how when you're in labor, you feel pain for like 1 minute, and then 5 seconds or 10 seconds you get a break, and then you feel the closer they are to each other, the more dilated you are. Yes, so that pain was lasting like a short time, which means I couldn't push enough, like for it to come out in 15 minutes, the baby to come out in 15 minutes. So they had to pump me up with oxytocin. So they put a drip and then they put some oxytocin just to help me with the push. They gave me the oxy at like 4:45 because they saw, hey, nothing's happening here. So yeah, they gave it to me at like quarter to 5, and then I kept pushing. By 5:10 I was done. The baby was out. Yeah, the baby was out. I'm using this Huda Beauty. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. It sits so well. By 5:10 I was done, and my beautiful baby was born. I don't even want to lie. You know those people that are like, they give birth and they are aware like of the surroundings of the situation, and they're happy, like they're looking at the baby there. I of course in my head I was happy that my baby was here, you know, but I was so tired to appreciate the moment. Like I really was tired. I did try though, like I absolutely did try. Look at that bake, look at that. Look at the difference. I really tried to be present because I remember the last time with Umahle, I slept. I literally dozed off while the baby was here and I was sleeping. And I remember a nurse coming in and saying, you can't sleep because they will snatch your baby. So I really, obviously the chances of that happening now were very slim to none because I had my partner there. But really traumatized. Anyway, this is the look. I hope you learned something or two from this makeup look. I really like it. I don't know how it's showing on camera, but on the mirror it looks beautiful. I'm now gonna do I'm quickly gonna do my eyes, and I'm gonna wear earrings. I'm gonna fix my hair. I'm gonna show you the final look. I'll be right back. And I am done. Thank you so much for coming to my birth story. I hope you enjoyed my storytelling. If you did, please give me 5 stars in the comment section. I'm joking. I did my lips and I did my eyes off camera, and yeah, bye for now. I'll see you guys soon, hopefully with a vlog. Yeah, peace, as my husband would say.